Hello to everyone, my name is Alberto Malmierca and I am from the Climate Change and Environment Statistics Unit from the Statistics Division at ECLAC. I am going to introduce you to a very helpful online tool today, the LiveGuide, on environment statistics and climate change for Latin America and the Caribbean. What is the LiveGuide and its objectives? The LiveGuide on environment statistics and climate change was developed by the Statistics Division and the Library Hernan Santa Cruz at ECLAC. It is a virtual space created to gather resource information on a specific topic in a single place. The LiveGuide aims to obtain resources that are useful to prepare and develop environment statistics in the region. The suggestions received at the Environment Statistics Expert Meeting in the region held in Santiago in 2017 and in Buenos Aires in 2018 initiated this LiveGuide on environment statistics and climate change. At this meeting, the creation of a single tool to allow access to all statistical recommendations related to environment was proposed. This tool is aimed to the extensive community of users, including environmental statisticians from National Statistical Office, ministries, and environmental agencies, as well as other producers of environment statistics. Since there is wide awareness of the importance of the environment for human well-being, the need to improve environmental management and make decisions regarding environmental issues has deeply grown, such as climate change, loss of biodiversity, of environmental management of natural resources. For this reason, governments, companies, and other decision makers to effectively consider environmental aspects must manage precise environmental statistics of the highest possible quality. How is the LiveGuide structured? What are each of its sections? What does each of its sections contain? The LiveGuide is organized according to the 6 components of the Framework for the Development of Environment Statistics, FDS. Quality and environmental conditions, environmental resources and their use, waste, extreme events and disasters, human settlements, and environmental health, and environmental protection management. The idea is to have access to all documents related to any of these sections, as well as its methodologies and database. Now we are going to enter the online platform to view each section and subsection of the LiveGuide. It begins with the presentation and objectives of environment statistics and the interrelationship between the environment, society, and the economy. In this part, you can access the full document and its tools. Within this area, you can enter specific subsections where the organizational structure is shown and linked to the FDS, the climate change statistics and indicators, and environmental and ecosystem accounts, with its description and main document of interest such as the system of environmental and economic accounting. Given the relevance of the topic, attempts have been made to group all the statistical tools that may be related to climate change in this subsection. In the FDS, the climate change topic is within the entire document, mainly because it's related to several components, which is why a specific section was made for this topic, with specific statistics documents related to climate change. For those of you who need to review ECLAC publications related to environment statistics, here is the section ECLAC and Environmental Statistics to find them. You can find the work program of the Statistics Division showing the Regional Environmental Network, the statistical yearbook of the region, and all the publications related to statistics and environmental accounts. We can also view the Manual 61, which is the methodological guide for the development of environmental and sustainable development indicators in Latin America and the Caribbean countries. Keeping in on the sections, it seems important to mention the regional and global institutions. You will find all the information related to the Statistical Conference of the Americas, as well as its working groups and their products. You will have also access to sessions report by topics of the United Nations Statistical Commission and the Expert Group on Environmental Statistics. Now we find the regional and global framework section. In the subsection of regional framework, the different binding on no binding agreement in the region are presented, such as the regional framework of SDGs indicators, the Escazú agreement, the Montevideo Consensus on Population and Development, among others. For the global framework subsection, there is everything related to SDGs. At this global framework level, we are not only talking about SDGs, but also about other global frameworks that are part of the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development, such as the Paris Agreement, the Sendai Framework, the New Urban Agenda, and the Samoa Pathway, among others. The thematic part is next. As mentioned before, it is organized according to the 6th component of the FDS. Here you can find the GEO report published by the United Nations Environment Programme, the session for each FDS component. An attempt has been made to add all the statistical recommendations that exist in this regard, whether it be the FDS manuals or all the database that exist. For example, if you are researching for environmental condition and quality, you can find documents, publications, databases, methodologies, and classifications related to it. The same for the subsections. If seeking in detail for physical condition, there is a part for this topic. The idea is to have all global and regional information that exists in one place. Those successively for the rest of the 6th component of the FDS. Finally, the last session corresponds to the information resources by country for Latin America and the Caribbean, separated among South America, Mexico, and Central America, and the Caribbean. Here, you can also access the official sites of the institution or offices that produce environmental indicators and environment statistics. Therefore, this live guide is then a very useful instrument to obtain information from a single place for the development of environment and climate change statistics and indicators. We hope this tool will be useful with all what you have learned in this course until now. Thank you very much. Take care of yourself and goodbye.